So today we're going to do a slightly different kind of video. I've never done this before. I've never done an unboxing video, but I got something in the mail today, and I think it could be something that you guys all want to see and get into, and it is the TBS Oblivion plug-and-play FPV quadcopter. I got the TBS Crossfire Nano version, so long range, just have to set that guy up. And I figured today we just go through what's in the box, how I feel about it, and we'll go over some flight footage and flight feel in another video. So let's see what's inside here. Outside of the box, pretty basic, pretty small actually. I expected it to be a little bit bigger than this, but this makes me curious to see how tiny this thing is. It does seem pretty heavily packed. I don't think that's going to be a huge issue because, as we know, FPV quads take a beating. So I bet you there's a lot of stuff in here, and before we get into it, I just want to point out that on the side of the box is a Hunter S. Thompson quote, which, a little slight touch, but way to go TBS, that's pretty badass. Alright, so getting into it, let's open this guy up. Alright, we've got, here you go. We've got a canopy antenna, it looks like a prop wrench. Yeah, looks like we got a canopy. I don't know what this little guy is yet. Prop wrench, which is actually pretty cool that companies are including this. It's probably an oversight for most people, but you could always use another prop wrench. Small little 5.8 antenna. Whoa, super flexy. This thing looks indestructible. You gotta see this. Super flexy. Here's all the stuff that comes in the kit. Pretty good deal for 340 bucks. Oh, still missing this guy. Here's the prop wrench. The one canopy, I think this is the not GoPro one. Definitely the not GoPro one. Really cool that they put the brass inserts here. It's definitely going to make this thing have a bit more longevity, and it seems pretty sturdy. It's not like full grip or anything. A little flexy, which is always a good thing. Alright, looks like we got a battery protector plate for the bottom. Pretty much no idea what this is. Looks like some wires, the usual VTX, RX, probably I'll use this probably for the Nano. And then looks like some BST plugs for a Crossfire, since this is the Crossfire version. Sweet. The GoPro Canopy. This is definitely a must probably for most people that are going to be flying this thing. Also with the brass inserts. Also nice and flexy. And it looks like you have some different options here for GoPro mounts. So that's what it looks like with the mounts on it. You get a couple different variations, which is very cool. Team Black Sheep battery strap. And then two little cards here. So you got one for Velocidrone. Enjoy a discount. And a 15% off HQ props. So, pretty cool that they kind of set you up with some stuff. I mean, this is a quad that you can get if you're just getting into this hobby, so it's cool that they provide a coupon for a sim because that'll save you a lot of broken parts. And when you get off the sim, props are going to be the first thing to go, so you get 15% off on props. Nice little touch. And then finally, the Crossfire Nano that came with this, and this is going to be the receiver for the long range setup. Let's check out this racer. This is the TBS Oblivion. And I gotta say, man, first impressions, it's pretty sick. It's my first real experience with a quad not made out of carbon fiber besides like a DJI. This is a molded frame, and it just feels good. It's got some flex to it, but the right amount, and it doesn't have a ton of flex. I don't think you're going to be causing this thing to flex with these motors, so that's sweet. And yeah, it just looks cool. It's kind of a fresh change from what the industry is getting used to for plug and play and ready to fly quads and stuff like that. So it looks like we have the TBS 2205 2400 kV. This is awesome. I really like that the motors are inset like this and protected. You still have the chance of bending a motor shaft or messing up a bell, but I'm going to say that your chances of doing it, messing it up from the side, are a lot less. And these motors, I don't think they're going to be crazy powerful, but one of this thing's claim to fame is flight times, so I'm sure that's factored into this thing. And it's also, like, it feels pretty light, you know? This doesn't have a GoPro or a battery or props or anything like that on it, but, you know, there's not that much hardware on it besides the TBS power cube in there, and there's no standoffs or anything. The wires are all hidden. Like, this is a super clean, almost ready to fly plug and play build. I am thoroughly impressed. Let's go over some of the features. So TBS power cube, pretty standard setup. TBS 25 amp bulletproof 6S ESCs, which is rad that you can run this thing on 6S. So you got a huge window of power for this. FPV Vision or FP Vision video transmitter from Team Black Sheep way down here, and that's got an OSD and everything with the antenna coming out here. 650 TVL camera, so that'll be a bit better for that long range stuff. You'll get slightly higher quality than the old HS 1177. The motors, like I said, are the TBS 2205 2400 kV, and I got the Nano RX, which is a $40 add-on. So this thing is $299 with $40, so you're looking at $340 for an almost ready to fly quad that's completely modular, pretty easy to work on. Let's get this thing all centered up and built out. I finally figured out what this is, and this might be my favorite part of this entire unboxing. This is a tool for when you're tightening your props, because with this inset motor design that they have, it's really hard to hold the motor like while you tighten the prop. So you have this little tool you snake over like so. You can see it on there. Got it. And then it holds the motor right down. That is too cool. So there it is, all built up. Battery strap. I've never seen a battery strap that didn't have a D-ring in it, like the buckle part, but I gotta say this thing is holding pretty well. It's got a lot of rubber pads, and I could definitely get it tighter. I'm curious to see how it does in a crash. I put the GoPro compatible canopy on it because I'll definitely be running a GoPro on there, and I went with an 1800 battery because I'm definitely going to be using this for mountain flying. But yeah, there it is, the TBS Oblivion plug and play. I gotta say, I think it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's not gonna replace my like custom built quads that I fly on a regular basis, but I had to check it out, and I think that as far as a plug and play option, this thing is awesome. It seems like they really did a good job thinking about everything and ease of use for beginners, because as all you seasoned FPV pilots know, there's about a wealth of knowledge that you don't even think about. Like holding the motors when you're trying to tighten the prop. The fact that this comes with a tool to do that is awesome. It means that they gave this quad to people that fly on a regular basis and let them prototype it out and say, hey, this is what we need and this is what needs to be better. So you can definitely tell they took their time with it. So pros, looks super durable, very modular, easy to set up, barrier to entry is really low, and for this price, it's just a great deal. Cons are going to be that the hardware is all in a stack, so if you lose an ESC, it's kind of going to be a pain to replace it, although you won't have to do any soldering to do it, so that's kind of nice. That would probably be, besides the Velcro strap situation, and the GoPro strap's the same way, there's no D-ring on it, and that kind of sketches me out. But besides those two things, I don't really think before flying it there's any other cons in terms of what's in the box and just getting it to this point. And yeah, once the weather gets better, I'll do a flying video and let you guys know what I think. But till then, hope you guys enjoyed this. See ya.